Hello dear students, greetings to all. Today we are going to study conditionals or if clauses. Let us read some examples. If you don't practice maths, you will not be good at it. If I had any more biscuits, I would have fed the dog. In the above sentences that talk about possible future situations depending upon certain conditions are called conditionals. Once again, let us read the definition. The sentences that talk about possible future situations depending upon certain conditions are called conditionals. That means when we talk about a sentence, we are talking about a future situation and that is going to be take place or that would have been taken place. Something like that. We are talking about a future sentence and based on a condition. And such type of sentences are called conditionals. A conditional always includes an if clause, and that's why it is also called as if clause. So there will be in conditionals there will be one if clause and there will be one main clause. Now let us see, there are four types of conditionals are there. One is zero conditional, another one is first conditional, second conditional, and third conditional. It is very clear. It is very easy to learn also. First conditional, second conditional, third conditional, and the zero conditional. We will be studying in this order. First conditional, second conditional, third conditional, and the zero conditional. Let us begin with the first condition. First conditional, we use this with sentences denoting things that might happen in the future or things that are likely to come true. In the first conditional, the if clause is in the simple present tense and the second clause is in the simple future tense. This is the thing which we have to notice. While we make a sentence with if clause, and if it is the first condition, then we have to keep the if clause in the simple present tense and the second clause will be in the simple future tense. For example, if I see her this evening. If I see her this evening. Here, let us see that the verb is in the first form of the verb. I see her. And that is the if clause. If I see her this evening, I will ask her to call you. I will ask her to call you. I will ask. That is the simple future tense. Let us see the next example. She will cook my favorite dish. She will cook my favorite dish. This is not an if clause, and here this clause is considered as the second clause or the main clause, and here it is the will cook is in the simple future tense. If I go to her place for lunch. If I go to her place for lunch. So here the if clause is I go is in the simple present tense. So when it is used with a sentence denoting things that might happen in the future or things that are likely to come true. That is not sure that it will happen. It will happen, and it is going to takes place in the future, and that may come true. Let us go with the second conditional. When we talk about things that are impossible or not likely to happen. In the first conditional, that may happen in the future, and here it is impossible or not likely to happen. We use second conditionals in such sentences. And here how do we use the sentence? Here in the second conditional, if clause is in the simple past tense and second clause is used would or could plus verb. Would or could plus verb. And here this is not going to take place. It is impossible to take place. In the future it will never happen. For example, if you were punctual, you would be appreciated even more. If you were punctual, you would be appreciated even more. But he was not punctual. We are talking about a past event. We are talking about a past event. If you were punctual, for example, there was a meeting and he couldn't come on time, then we are saying that if you were punctual, you would be appreciated even more. Let us see another example. If I were you, I would help my friend who is in need. Dear students, here we have to notice, usually we are using am, the auxiliary verb am, with I. But here we have used where because it is in a conditional clause. So we have to keep in mind when we are using the second conditional, and if the subject is I, then we have to place where. If I were you, I would help my friend who is in need. The next example is, he would write a better essay if he had some help from you. So that means is that in the second conditional, the if clause will be in the simple past tense, and the second clause will be would or could plus verb. Would or could plus first form of the verb. And dear students, unlike the first conditional, this is not going to happen. In the first conditional, the incident, the action may take place, but in the second conditional, it is not possible. Let us see about the third conditional. It is used to talk about past situations that didn't happen and their imaginary results. That means in a past we could not do an action, but if we do that one, we are imagining that what result it is going to be. In such cases, we are using these third conditionals. And in these types of conditional clauses, the if clause is used in the past perfect. Past perfect, that means had plus third form of the verb. And the second clause is used would have or should have or could have plus past participle. Past participle means third form of the verb. Once again, if clause will be in the past perfect and the main clause will be in the would have plus past participle. Let us see the example. You would have forgotten about the bag if I hadn't reminded you. You would have forgotten about the bag if I hadn't reminded you. Here in this example, the person has reminded him. If he did not remind, what would have its result? The imaginary result, he would have forgotten about the bag itself. So in such situations, we are using the third conditionals. And another example, if she hadn't drunk enough water, she would have fainted for sure. She did not. Suppose if she had not drunk enough water, then she would have fainted for sure. Surely she would have fainted. So dear students, once again I would like to brief all the three conditionals. First conditional, second conditional, and third conditional. In first conditional, if clause will be simple present and main clause will be, or the second clause will be simple future. In the second conditional, if clause will be simple past and main clause will be would or should plus verb. In the third conditional, the if clause will be past perfect and the second clause will be would have plus past participle. Dear students, try to make a table, an easy table for these all conditionals. We have one more conditional, zero conditional. I will explain that one and it will be easy. You make a box for all the if clauses, then make a box for all the second clauses, and make a box for a title box. First conditional, second conditional, third conditional, likewise. Then you need to write only the rules. That means if clause, first conditional, simple present, second conditional, simple past, third conditional, past perfect. Then the second clauses, first condition, simple future, second conditional, would plus could plus verb, third conditional, would have plus third form of the verb. So likewise make a box. Now let us go to the next one, that is zero conditional. Zero conditional, we use this conditional when we mention general truths, habits, or things that are sure to happen in particular conditionals. So like universal facts or some truths that is sure, and with that condition it will be clear. For example, if you heat ice, it melts. If you heat ice, it melts. And in such kind of sentences, that means in zero conditional, the if clause is in the simple present tense and the second clause is also in the simple present tense. That means both if clause and second clause will be in the simple present tense. Let us see a little more examples. If you mix yellow and blue, you get green. Here mix is the verb, and that is in a simple present tense, and you get green is also is in a simple present tense. Plants die if they are not watered. Plants die if they are not watered. Looking at watered, don't confuse that as it is a past tense. Are watered. Are watered is the simple present tense in passive voice. So in zero conditional, both clauses are used